Welcome, everybody, to the Heroes Era. Thanks for joining us again. And I want to thank everybody who's a new follower over last week. A lot of people are watching on our restreams that we're hosting over the week. So, we appreciate that, too. We're releasing, slightly edited versions of that and trying to include some music as well. So anyways, thanks, everybody, for that. And thank you for joining us for a game of Dungeons and Dragons. We're telling a story, and we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era.
Nice.
And last time on the Heroes Era, we had a pretty momentous session. It was the climax of a long... kind of the climax of a journey, or at least a situation that has developed along the path of that journey. And so the heroes were trapped in a chaos stone, and of course chaos then ensued. Anybody have any details from last episode?
Well,
quite a bit.
In the session before that, Miss Hopkins called out Vincent as being evil, and then we had to stop and pick back up so we could get Jason, who's playing as Eric, back in here because he had a stake in it. And then we continued having a conversation, and it was getting pretty dicey for Vincent because it was looking pretty bad for him because he didn't have a good way out, and then
we had a lot of conflict involving Vincent and what
it felt like things were going to going down.
Yeah, it seemed like some PvP was going to happen, but then Vincent's patron bailed him out big time and jumped out of his body, making it seem like he was possessed the entire time. But who knows? Maybe he was.
Hey, I don't know.
And then a fight. I don't know either. Yeah. A fight happened, and
took him down fast.
I stun locked him, and all of us just went to town on him. It's unsure if Vincent's fiend problem is solved now or not. It might have been. It might have not. We don't know. Only Vincent knows.
Right. So kind of what that ended up looking like is Mrs. Hawkins was entranced, essentially, in a ritual combating this storm. It was raining blood, and the thunder was evil laughter. And she had come out of her trance at one point, and you all were, discussing what was happening and, your different reasons for being there or whatever. And she did call out Vincent, as you said. And but she was also kind of predisposed in fighting off whatever curse had afflicted this chaos stone. And so she went back to combating that, leaving to you all, the tough decision that needed to be made. But, of course, at that point, when she went back into her trance, a shadowy demonic figure leapt forth from Vincent's body, seemingly. And then you all, did battle with it and dispelled it, defeated it. And when Mrs. Hawkins came out of her trance, and I believe Eric cast a spell to detect good and evil, and
right.
Did not detect the evil on Vincent any longer. So
that's right.
Draw whatever conclusion you may from that. Perhaps it's the conflict within Vincent. Perhaps there is some evil essence that left with that. We'll probably find out. And so also Silverado seemed to be quite content with what seemed like sort of a devious plan from Vincent. I mean, Vincent pretty much admitted to Silverado that he had the intention of, or maybe he didn't admit to him. He kind of avoided admitting anything, but kind of made his intentions known. Do you guys kind of recall how that went down? I don't know if I'm recollecting exactly.
I remember that he was trying to get out of it as best as he could without tipping his hand too much. And I know that Silverado knew that even if Vincent was evil and like actually like bad, it wouldn't have been great for us to fight him. And Vincent is trusted by Silverado. He trusts him, and he's like loyal to him because he's one of the nice people that he's met over his lifetime, and he's just a good egg, and he wants to like help him, and so he's got to show some trust for that. And he knows that Vincent's not being entirely truthful to him, but he's fine with that as long as things don't go bad.
So I'm sorry. So when you were saying Vincent trusts Silverado, that's what you were. Is that what you were saying?
Silverado trusts this Vincent.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know if Vincent doesn't. I don't know if Vincent is the other way or not, but
right.
But
Vincent is typically a little bit cryptic.
Yeah,
and kind of maybe hard to reach at times.
And I've known him as such, so it's not out of character behavior for him to be a little cagey about talking about stuff. So I assume business as usual, everything's fine.
Right, and you all have gone to war together, so
yeah, we bonded in battle. And if he were to, and Silverado believes in second chances. So if he were to go bad and he could possibly help him be good again, he would bury the hatchet, so to speak. It's my piece.
So after all that, we finally got ourselves out of the Chaos Stone too.
Yes, we did. Through a puzzle.
Yeah, kind of was a combination of magics, right? And grinding up gems and.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you all essentially created a ritual to get yourselves out of there.
Yeah, we all did our part.
It's pretty cool.
Eric, sort of manifested a portal, and then him and Vincent were able to. Well, we had Silverado
work
carve out some gems for us, and then we were able to imbibe them with some magic and some teleportation magic, and managed to make it work. And then we popped out right in front of a giant. And,
a two-headed giant, mind you.
Two-headed giant. Mm-hmm. Well, formerly two-headed giant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back. And then...
yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Out of a frying pan.
Look, man. I got a grudge, all right?
Really?
Yeah, Silverado took care of that being a two-headed giant. And like you said, he's now a one-headed giant.
A fate worse than death.
Mm.
And that's where we left off pretty much. You guys coming out of this stone, having created your teleportation circle, using the ritual, and when you were taken into the stone, you were traveling deep beneath the earth, beneath the mountain of Dalaran Caillou, and you were traveling to the surface to Dunlop's Tavern, the last settlement on the frontier in the war against the giants. And of course, you've been tasked with this stone by Thragnown, who is seems to be an honorable dwarf, and he has been by your side throughout some of these travails. And within the stone, he also fought by your side.
Mm-hmm.
Very bravely.
I know, Thragnown's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
And so you all ended up, hearing various noises of conflict from within the stone. Eric understood that the mother's blessing of the stone was under distress, that the stone was perhaps cursed or needed some kind of intervention. And so you struck the stone with a hammer, and it consumed those who were nearby. And then Vincent, however, was not. He collected the stone, traveled a little bit farther up, then gazed upon it and was taken therein. So that's what led you into the stone. And we've gone over, what drew you out of the stone. And so here you are in this underground passageway that leads to the surface, and you've been rejoined with much of your former party.
Did we search that giant, the Etten? Did we search him for any sort of, I don't know, maybe if he's working for somebody or?
Not yet.
No, we didn't get that far yet?
No. I've just nailed a warning to his chest. so
I might
far.
want to do that if when we have a second.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. So you guys are collecting yourself after you came out of the Chaos Stone and did battle with this two-headed giant. And so in searching the body after Silverado has,
left a
Destroyed
message.
yeah, he left a message. You find a large
Silverado's
bag of
not known
silver
for subtlety.
coins.
Ooh, money.
It's about 7 pounds of silver coins. Other things that he has are an old turkey bone with some meat still on it,
Ooh.
a large cow bone. The
Ooh.
meat's been eaten clean, but there seems to be a lot of marrow still within the bone. But he doesn't seem to have any other belongings.
Is Kingston still around here?
Oh yeah. How are the others?
The others, good question.
Yeah.
Kingston is there.
My boy.
Did the Eden have anything on him that would kind of lead us to believe anyone that he was serving, or it was just a rogue
Seems like
loner
a
in
savage beast. And actually, from what you know of Ettins, they tend to be solitary beings because it's kind of a running joke that, the two heads bicker so much that if you had more than one Ettin kind of working together, then they would all just be quarreling all day or, go mad from essentially just having, crazed conversations. A being with two heads is probably pretty conflicted. So, so you would know Ettins to typically just be solitary, savage beasts, cousins to giants who are the more civilized.
So we don't have to worry about any cavalry coming. That's
Nah.
At least that's cool.
It wouldn't seem that way, yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
How big is the cow bone?
Like the cow bone.
That's a decent cow bone.
Yeah.
Gamer.
Yeah.
femur. Yeah.
While they're off, whenever they're gonna talk or loot the body, I'm just gonna fashion a rope harness for the cow bone and sling it across my back,
Okay.
just to have it.
Sure. Might be good for some soup later.
That's not the purpose I had,
Yeah,
but
man. Well,
So the next order is to track down the stone. It was in the rubble of our wagon, I think, right?
Right. When
Yes.
you emerged, you were looking for the stone. You asked Umnalda, and she pointed to the wreckage of the wagon.
Which was right by the Eden.
Yeah, I'll go over to the cart and start like looking for the stone and also kind of assessing because he was kind of pushing the cart around. So I wanted to see if it's damaged at all. But also, I want to make sure that the stone is still there.
Right. The cart seems to be smashed to bits. You do find the satchel that carries the stone amongst the rubble there, and the satchel is still tied close.
Cool.
I'm going to grab the satchel and I'm going to start to tie it to my belt and I'm going to stop. And I'm going to walk over to Eric and I'm going to say, I think it might be best if you carry this.
Sure. Yeah, I was.
And I'm going to
I was thinking the same thing.
Look over at Thrag now as I'm holding it out and just be like, is that okay?
Of course, Master Vincent. We have all seen what Eric is capable of.
So I'll just kind of feel it to make sure I feel like it is in there, and then I'll put the bag inside my backpack.
so you're not just carrying it openly.
No, is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll make sure like my bag is sealed, so it's not just gonna tumble out.
Where's the Chaos Stone? Oh, we lost it.
Humnalda and Thragnown are there as you guys exchange the stone here. Humnalda is overjoyed at having Thragnown return.
How's Deathado looking? She okay from her experience in the stone?
She was out of it, right?
Right, when you were within the Chaos Stone, Deathada seemed to be on perhaps a lower
Chaos
plane of
ensued in her
existence.
head.
A much level.
She couldn't handle the altered reality. It seemed. I think something to that effect. It messed with her.
Yeah, she was moving very slowly, and you all had to essentially just carry her along with you. When you go to her side, Silverado, she says, "It is so cold, and she seems quite shaken.
Are you bleeding out, or is that from your experience in the stone, or anything I should be concerned about right now?
She kind of seems to snap out of whatever trance she was in. Oh, Silverado.
Yo.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you did.
How weird was it, like, being carried by me? Because I know that, like, I was moving much faster than you, so I have no idea how it looked on your end.
It is all a blur. You saved me from the darkest of caves.
Yes, bad memories there. I don't like it.
No, but of course you were much swifter this time in getting us out.
Yes,
I
I
must
was.
tell you,
I was pretty fast.
Silverado, I forgive you. I
Thank
forgive
you.
for leaving me.
That makes me very happy and less likely to drink.
Well, yes, not in excess, but it does seem to do you some good, strangely enough.
I said less likely, not that I was going to stop. I don't think I can. I think I'm addicted to the stuff now.
I'm sure you would be capable of it if you really put your mind to it, but... do you have an extra shawl? Another robe, perhaps? I'm so cold.
I have a pair of pants. You want some pants? I got blue and brown.
Yes, please, I will use it as a scarf.
Okay, take the brown. I haven't worn these yet.
And Deathida wraps the pants around her neck. She seems chilled and a bit despondent. As you look about, you notice that Thragnown has been restored. Of course, he is dealing with a lingering injury for some time, and now his leg does not seem to be bothering him.
Wow, Thagnowns no longer
Right now,
has...
look at
Yeah, you're doing
look at
well,
you
man.
moving around, man.
Oh,
All right.
yes, well, the mother, it seems, has forgiven me.
Well, that's good.
That is good.
He says, I must admit, Vincent, I gave you this stone because I know that I am not worthy. When the hobgoblins came for our grain, we did not fight. I gave it to them.
Well, of course you didn't fight.
Yeah,
If you had fought, you'd be dead.
exactly.
Now, let's be realistic here, Thragno. If you fought, you'd be dead. And what good would you be to me, or to your people, or to your family, or to anyone? Dead. We didn't fight the hobgoblins when they showed up.
Yeah.
We listen, man. I weaseled, me and Xander and Silverado here weaseled our way into an unfair fight so that we could gain the advantage and win that battle. Okay, there was nothing honorable about any exchange amongst those hobgoblins. We did
Yes.
what we had to do to survive, and we did what we had to do to protect the innocent. So of course you gave. It's a cart of grain.
Yeah.
You gonna die for a cart of grain?
Yeah, die for food.
Let them take that cart. You'll get another cart.
Yeah.
You see this busted cart right here? We'll get another one.
This is like the
Kindling.
third one we've lost.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yes, Vincent.
So don't sit there and talk to me about you. You are a dwarf of honor, and I respect you. So don't beat yourself up, man. Don't beat
Well,
yourself up.
I appreciate that, Vincent. You know, my premonition was correct in saying that I would meet one wiser than I to give the stone to.
Thought that was me.
Well,
Well,
our journey's not yet over. So
If I overhear you guys talking about this, I'll just throw in that Thragnown, I've trained with some of the best battle masters that I know, and one lesson above any other lesson I've learned is that there's no such thing as a fair fight. When you're fighting to the death, all no holds barred, man.
nobody's gonna yell timeout. He cheated. in the
Yeah.
middle
No,
of it.
no. When your life's on the line, dude, you do whatever you have to do to not lose.
Thragnown. I once watched a man hobble away on one leg after it was cut off and kill another man. You had a crippled leg and you were doing fine. So now you're 100%. You're pretty good.
Thragnown clasps you on the shoulder, Silverado, and you too, Vincent, and says, "What have I done to deserve brothers such as these?" And just kind of turns away to Humnalda and to converse with Humnalda, seemingly appreciative of the discussion you've had with him.
Yeah, that guy bled out like right after he killed that dude, though. Like he didn't get any medical attention.
Yeah, it's really good thing you did.
He was very
Don't tell him that part.
He was very drunk, so he didn't feel the pain, and he had some adrenaline in him, and he like kept going, and I watched, and it wasn't great.
Yeah, but doesn't the alcohol thin out your blood? So he probably bled out even quicker.
Oh yeah, definitely. If he would have been in much more pain, but he would have lived longer if he wasn't drunk.
That must have been such a mess. That must have. Oh, you're great, Thragnown. You were awesome.
You're great. You're
so good.
He was also
messed up, dude.
He was a dwarf, so it was like, oh my god, he's going.
So while not an entirely true story, motivating nonetheless.
It was a true story. It was not a complete story. I'll be fair. He did not say anything false.
Yeah.
I see.
See, I even added the detail where he died. It would have been unrealistic if he lived.
Silverado, Eric.
Yes.
While the dwarves are having their little moment, I'm going to pull them aside as well. We do need to have a conversation though about this stone and what we discovered about Orgud's connections with the
Fiend or Dunlop.
Dunlop. Orgud's connections with Dunlop and Dunlop wanting the stone and all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'm willing to reserve judgment a little bit and figure out what Dunlop's not going to know what we know, right? So I want to play stupid and just see how far he's willing to go with this and see what's going on.
Well, Deathda and Thragnown know what we know, and nothing against them, but I mean their loyalties probably lie with Dunlop, and understandably, and that's fair.
I think it's in our court now, their loyalty.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe we need to have a conversation with Thragnown and Deathda just to get with all square, all the cards on the table,
Yeah, I think that's the best option. We need to talk with them. We need to let them know what we know about the connections. Find out. Now, I've talked with Thragnown before about it, and he doesn't really know much. He seems to be like he was on a need to know basis on things, and
which would make sense.
All he needed to know is that it was important. But
so the other thing too, I guess, is, are we looking to put this to find one of these monoliths? I forget what the correct word is. These altars, and place a stone. Assuming it's correct.
I think about that.
I think that's what Dunlop was wanting to do.
Well,
yeah, but he wanted to do it in one that with but they changed. It was not going to be the power trio, right? It was someone else. It was with Rispatung.
I don't remember if that was. I mean, that's certainly implied now. I don't remember if that was necessarily spoken at any given moment. But if we do go to the altar where it's at, I imagine that there's some type of religious community there that's going to be like on guard of that thing as soon as it's installed, right? That seems like something that would happen, right? Am I crazy here?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So what I think
it's something that important would probably be guarded. Yeah.
Or at
least protected in some way.
My ties to the mother make me want to place it in one of these altars, but my experiences inside it make me want to find a way of destroying them. And I think I've proven that my hammer is not the conduit to.
Let's slow down there real quick. If we install the thing in the altar and make sure all the things are correct, all the sigils are correct, and we have people guarding it, we first check and see if the stone's purified and it's just Therazessa. And if it is, we install it. And then we have the religious people guard it and don't let anyone near it. Therefore, it can't get corrupted. Dunlop can't do anything about it. It's stalled in the land. Job done.
Yeah, and the other thing we don't know if it becomes permanent. Like once it's in the altar, correct altar, and the ritual is performed, maybe
it's done.
That rock, that stone is out of commission.
Yeah, and it's
no longer an option.
You can't reverse it. You can't change it. It's just
that's kind of what I'm hoping for, but I'm not ruling out the idea that we have to find a way of destroying them entirely.
Yeah, Lady Hawkins in the stone, the Hawkins clone, she seemed to think that the evil was dispatched.
Yeah,
and that all that was left was the essence of Thera's essence.
Yeah, which is kind of where I'm hoping. Yeah.
Are we able to double check that? How did we figure out the first time that?
For my most recent detect evil, I haven't caught any bad vibes off of it.
Yeah, so if the stone's good, and then we just decide if it's a good idea or not to install it there, and if it's not, we take it to another location where it's good to install it.
Well, I mean, it's not hurting anybody if it's in our possession either, right?
No.
Yeah,
it's better.
Quick DM question, just to refresh my memory. We discovered the connection between Dunlop and Orgood through correspondence that we found in Orgood's. There was
a note left between in Orgood's tower,
right?
And the note seemed to be addressed to Orgood, requesting that he craft this magical hammer, a hammer that would be able to, mine a chaos stone without destroying it.
Okay, and we still have that letter in our possession, right? We took that with us.
Yeah,
I believe we did.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it explicitly said chaos stone in the letter, or was it just implied?
It was strongly implied, and I think that's just the.
Okay, so it's definite known. He's not unaware.
Maybe we show the letter to Thragdown and Deathida. That might be a good way to broach that conversation.
Mm.
And we also have the scroll explaining the history of the stones and how they're.
Right.
Yeah, which I don't know if we've read through all of it yet, but we've gotten a little far into it.
So where we what time of day is it right now? Is it
underground, baby? We don't know.
We probably don't know.
How long have we been up for a very long time? Are we coming up to time to rest, or are we just getting going?
I wonder if we should try and find a better place. We're kind of on a road.
Yeah.
Nalda says
that obviously Ettins travel on.
Clearly.
I don't know that there is a better place.
Fair enough.
Well,
there
let's
was an
try to find
after you had left, and the main tunnel ahead is closed. We are near the surface now. We are 3 days past second silver.
We missed out on the town. Dang it. Oh well.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. How long has it been since we've been gone?
Good question.
Nearly 4 days.
See, we were in there for maybe
a couple hours?
An hour or two.
My God, I didn't.
Well, I mean, with all of our tinkering around with the
yeah, that's right. We were a bit longer.
The portal, that took several hours to do.
Yeah,
so
probably
we
half
were
a day.
In there, 4 or 5 hours. Perspective.
Yeah. So
shit went down pretty quick when we got in there, right?
Yeah, it was immediate.
Sorry, I probably shouldn't swear.
You are forgiven.
Stuff.
You've been pardoned.
Sorry.
Yes, I did not dare to gaze upon the stone. I knew that you were in there fighting, though I could hear it.
You either would have come into a battle with a lot of demons, or us mucking around trying to figure out how to make a teleporter work.
Demons, she gasps.
Honestly, we spent more time on the portal than we did.
Yeah, the demon fight was pretty quick.
A lot more time. Yeah. An embarrassing amount of time.
I've swung around on a lot of trees. It was a long time.
Okay, so
I've never heard of one escaping the stone before. That is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah,
it was no easy task. So don't look at the stone because I'm.
On that note, actually, it would be good to take a moment and just before I forget, if I could try and write down or scribe or make a record of what I remember from that portal that was in the ground. that were was it just the three symbols? It was the three symbols of
And a circle around them, enclosing them.
yeah.
Right, and what you will do as you're focusing on this and the spell and ritual that you have conducted is that you will now know the spell. I think it's called Circle of Teleportation.
Oh,
I'm
we're
not
good.
sure. I'd have to look it up. It's a little bit higher than than you should actually have access to, I think, at this point. But let's see.
But it'd be like it'd be a ritual that me and Vincent would have to do together.
Definitely
Oh,
a
I like
ritual,
that,
yes.
I like that. Yeah, teleportation circle.
Are gems spell components just like last time? I imagine.
The spell is performed much in the way that you all did it, either with magically imbued chalk or ink from gemstones, from magically imbued gemstones. So.
Well, you ready to teleport some gems away next time we have to do this?
No, but I think we need to stockpile gems for sure.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I have had this whole like half a rock of amethyst, and like it's all gone. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's 50 gold pieces worth of gems to cast that spell.
Is that right? Okay.
Well, at least we don't have to like jury
It's a
rig
fifth
it
level
this
spell
time.
too.
We can
It's a
like
very powerful spell.
we can find.
So is it fair to say that Ben? Is it fair to say that Vincent and I would need to tag team to do that? Obviously,
probably like a level.
Yeah, I like that idea.
all three of us really.
Yeah, it would have to be a community effort.
At least until one of us can independently cast a fifth level spell.
Yeah, I mean, Bodhi has the knowledge, or excuse me, Silverado has the knowledge of making the chalks or the grinding down the gemstones in such a way that they still retain their
Magical
their essence
capabilities.
Yeah.
So maybe when we take some rest or something like that, since you don't really sleep. If you don't mind, maybe you could carve out some of those just so we have them on.
I have a lot of downtime.
We have to know a teleportation circle to get there, and the only teleportation circle we know right now is the one that got us here.
That's not true.
Yeah, there's some random library actually that
there's
we
a random
could have gone
library
to
somewhere.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And we don't know where that leads.
Yeah.
Vincent, that library looked very familiar to you. Oh, did you see the library?
Mm-hmm.
We were all there, right?
No, I think he's talking about when I was on my solo trip. And I believe I did see the library when I was there.
But I think that was a vision from Eric, though. So unless he describes,
I'm sorry. Yeah,
unless he describes it in
I would totally.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about something else. I'm sorry.
If it helps, I would totally try, because we're sharing our knowledge here to try and not forget how to do this. Because I have a feeling we're going to be in another one of these stones, and we're going to need to get our butts out at some point. So.
And Rollo had revisited that same study on your behalf, Vincent, when you all went and did your rescue mission for Kingston. And speaking of Rollo, Rollo comes up to you, Vincent, says, "Hey, Vincent, could I talk to you for a second?"
Yeah. Excuse me, guys. I gotta confer with my buddy here.
So,
what's up, Rollo?
Well, I really appreciate what you did for me the other day. No one's ever paid me before. They just treat me like trash. So you made me feel really good.
Listen, Rollo, buddy, you're part of the team, man.
He said, I know, and you know what? It makes me feel really bad. So here's this. This is your half. And he drops a big satchel at your feet. So that magical pouch I found for you guys, it wasn't exactly empty. I was keeping these in, that other place that I go to, but I don't think that's going to be my place anymore.
You open it up, it's another Chaos Stone. Oh, no. Oh, God.
So, anyways, I found a whole sack of these. I thought I should probably get half since I found it, and then you can have the other half.
I mean, that seems reasonable to me.
And you open up a satchel, or you're given a satchel that is heavy with gemstones.
Nice.
You hear them clinking together, and it sounds almost kind of like a bag of marbles, perhaps. And it's worth about 750 gold.
Wow. That is, that's pretty great timing there, Rolo, buddy, because we were just talking about needing some gemstones for some components. So I appreciate it. Hey, and listen, just so you know, while we're on the page here, I know I tend to send you into some pretty unfortunate situations sometimes, and you got to kind of be our guinea pig with stuff like that. Just know that, like, I'm not trying to discount you. It's not that I don't value you. It's just, something happens to you, you pop out into another dimension. I bring you back. Something happens to us.
Yeah, Vincent, I know the arrangement. It's all good.
Okay. I just don't want you to think you're still part of the team. You're still on the level.
Well, damn.
So,
that's really cool.
Yeah,
I
man.
think you should know, though, the next time I go away, I don't know if I'll be able to be called back, so you should probably be pretty careful.
Okay. That's a fair point, and I will. And in the meantime, of course, you hang out. I mean, you can go invisible or change shapes or whatever, so that we can keep you low profile if we need to, and we'll that's fine. We'll be careful about it.
Rolo turns into a bat and flits away to the top of the cavern.
There he goes.
All right. So I'll take the bag, and I'm just gonna toss the whole thing to Silverado. Be like, hey, here's some material for you to work with.
I'd open it up. It's just like a bunch of like marbles made out of gems, or is it like?
They're refined gemstones of many types.
I take one up and I examine it. I'm like, ooh, good quality.
Absolutely. Got 30 to 40 gemstones of varying quality and worth in here.
Yeah. Looking at the total value in that bag, I'm thinking we got about 15 teleportation circles in there. If we do it right.
All right. Let's keep this in the big bag, and I go over to the handy haversack that we have, and I just I put it in there because I don't want to be running around and spilling a bunch of marbles everywhere. Mm-hmm. So much as funny as that would be if someone were tripped on them.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that old like school thing where I gotta just turn around and he sticks it in my backpack.
Yo, dude, your zipper's down. Hold on.
Oh crap! Oh, thanks, man.
So, do you guys want to try and camp out here, or do you want to?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Do you
think we're close to the surface?
You said we're close to the surface. It might not be a bad idea.
I'm starving for some sunlight or some fresh air, but.
Well, we're very near the surface, but it
might be safer in here.
We cannot go the main way because the tunnel collapsed. There was a terrible earthquake when you were gone.
Okay. I say we...
Are you thinking there's some rocks in our way?
Well,
I might have a key to that.
Perhaps you should speak to Gleknar.
Oi.
New name.
Have you not met Gleknar, whom Nalda calls Glek? This is Gleknar the Fleet-Footed, and a tall, well-built looking hobgoblin who is armed and armored approaches. He seems amicable, and he greets you very politely. Yes, well met.
Did we know that there was a hobgoblin with us?
There was no hobgoblin with you. No.
What's his name again?
Gleknar.
You should ask him. Yes.
It's Gleknar.
I am Gleknar the Fleet-Footed, the scout. I am damned down here beneath the earth. Forgive me.
How'd you join up with us?
Yeah, where'd you guys meet up at?
Well, your party here is very near the surface, and, well, I was doing some scouting in the area, and that is when the quake struck, and I saw your party ahead. That is when we found each other.
Well,
Can I insight check him?
You sure can.
That's a
Sad that's not an
7.
advantage.
I know. Damn. That's a
Looks like
7.
he
He's legit.
seems a bit frazzled. Seems to be trying to look about, catch his bearings. Doesn't seem to like his current situation.
So, Gleckner, are you saying you know how to get to the surface?
Well, I came from the surface, but we had to go back a different way. The main passage it collapsed. So,
Well,
I was talking to him, Nalda, and we're planning on taking the road to Bridget's undershore. Do you know the place?
Do
no.
not.
Well, it was once a prosperous mine, of course, but now is fallen into decay. I
And
use it
how-
as a pass sometimes, to move quickly to different places. There's some different mine shafts abandoned. We might be able to make use of one. But yeah, like I say, the tunnel ahead is completely collapsed. No way out.
No way out. See, that's an attitude that you have to change. I look to Eric.
Hey, well, go see for yourself and maybe be quick about it to get out of this damn Underdark before the whole mountain collapses on us.
Well,
I mean, let me ask you this: where are you guys at as far as things? Like, I'm good. I could keep going.
Yeah, I'm okay to keep going too. There were some weird things going on in that place that we just came from. I'm actually okay.
I am a little hurt, but I'm not majorly damaged. I'm at 12 hit points, and I got 2 key points left. But I can keep going. It's my specialty.
Well, we could take you can sit down, take a short rest. You can do some recovery, get your points back.
If someone wants to carry me, I can take a short rest.
We can take a short rest.
Let's
Might
just
give
take a
me
short
a
rest.
chance to.
All right. Let's hide in this little.
We've already been sitting here for like at least a half hour or so chatting. We might as well just finish it off.
Finish it off.
It's going to be a damn long walk now that the carts are all broken.
Okay, well
Not
then
sure
let's
who
take a
said
few
that.
minutes to.
Sorry.
Let's take a few minutes then to just get our bearings, relax, and then we'll start
We
going.
need to gather the things and perhaps we can make
Well,
one
I'll
of the
tell
carts work. We got some work
Yeah.
to do here and then we can be on our way, says Humnalda.
Okay.
You think you can fix the cart, Bonaldo?
I don't know. Deathida, can we have a look at this here? And they go to inspect the cart, trying to gather the different belongings that have just been strewn across this cave in the two-headed giant's fury.
I'll try to help in any way I can with that.
Cool.
Yeah, do I have anything that pertains to this? I don't think I possibly could.
No, you rest. You're the one that needs the rest.
At this point, you guys can benefit from a short rest.
All right.
So while they're doing this, I kind of get a kind of, because I'm good at smashing things. I'm not so much for fixing things. So while they're doing that, I might just set up off to the side, compose myself, pray to the mother a little bit, and do some arcana. I want to focus in on what the heck's going on with this armor I'm wearing, because I should have been skewered by that Etten, and I wasn't. So I want to try and...
Oh, yeah.
Right. So you're sitting there contemplating the nature of this armor. It feels a little bit different now that you've come out of the Chaos Stone. And like you said, it provided some kind of extra protection. And as you're contemplating it, probably looking closely over the armor, I'm drawing a blank here. There was an NPC that you had been talking to about different armors and things like that.
Oh, it was the
guy, the cleric of Brahms on the cart, right?
yeah.
Right.
I don't know if he was the one I punked, but I
That
think
was the same guy. Do you guys remember his name?
let me see. I probably wrote it down. Hold on. Let me go back 2 sessions.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't.
Nope. Hold on. I gotta go back 3 sessions. Picard.
Picard. Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Excuse me. So Eric, Picard walks up to you. Hey, that armor is looking pretty clean, pretty nice. I mean, something happened while you were in there? He kind of takes a knee and begins inspecting the armor with you.
Something happened, man, because like I was just kind of trying to focus and pray, and like that and when there was a stroke that I was kind of off balance, and he got a good whack on me, and I'm sure that would have done me in, and no worse for wear.
Yeah,
Something happened,
I saw
man.
that. I saw that. I should have been by your side, but Humalda, she told us all to stand down. So, I mean, damn, I probably should have been there right by your side.
It's okay, man. It's all good.
Well, yeah, this is looking very intriguing. You mind if I take a look at this for a minute?
Yeah, we've got some time. I'll take it off. It's probably been a while anyway, so probably need to
Stretch.
Yeah, chainmail can be heavy on your shoulders, right?
Oh, yeah.
He begins to inspect the armor with you. And
Smells like when you wear your watch too long, and you get
Like-
that.
Ah,
All the rest of us are like, "What is that?" Ugh.
and he shows you various points of strength on your armor that
What,
you might not
what do
have
you mean
noticed
wearing your
before.
watch too long? What are you talking about?
no personal experience, just a thought.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Perfect.
It's got weird tan lines from the mail, the plates. It's
That's it.
That's what we get from flip-flops in California. Yeah.
We went to sorry, this is off the rails. We went to Mexico last year, and I left all my wedding rings and everything at home. And we get there, and my wife's like, "Who are you fooling? I've got the tan lines on my fingers." Too.
Oh, yeah. They'll never know now.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, sorry. So
Wow.
Picard's kind of is he a little bit more of he's like an I mean, I'm a smith, but he seems to really know.
Right. He's a student of Brahms, and Brahms is the god of
The forge,
masonry,
something like
the
that.
forge, and war. Yeah, so he takes a look at this and is kind of showing you the different points of strength on the armor, and he says that he thinks there has to be some kind of magical strength to it, and asks if you have a way to detect the magic that's contained within it.
Boy, I don't know if I have a detect magic prepared right
Oh.
now.
I do.
yeah, that I have detect magic at all times.
You do, eh?
Yeah.
I'll pull my buddy Vincent over and say, "Hey, Vincent, something's going on with this armor I'm wearing, man."
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. And I'll cast a detect magic on there.
So you essentially recognize that this chainmail is imbued with a powerful magic that is intended to dispel fiends or demons. So
Cool.
it's magically enchanted or enhanced by the power of Therazessa and provides a +1. But
You gotta use some
then it
demon
will
armor,
also...
dude.
What's that?
I was just telling him, I said, "You got some demon armor here, man."
Well, if a demon or a fiend misses you with an attack, then you'll deal a d4 of damage to them.
Oh, cool. I like that. Bring them on.
Right.
Wow.
He says, "This is quite a gift from the mother."
Man, I must be doing something right, man.
Hey, Picard.
Thank you for I'll just Picard, thank you so much for your expertise and insight in this, man.
Oh, no problem. Hey, we should talk about that hammer later, too. I've been doing some research, and I think there's a way to do something really cool with it.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, Silverado. Hey, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. And
Yeah.
he kind of, you notice that he's looking at the chained glove on your hand.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool glove. I beat people's skulls in with this. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I've heard about that glove. Kind of surprised to, see it like
See that I have a magic item from the Church of Theratessa.
Oh, magic item. Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
man.
Joffrey gave you that, right?
Yeah, he gave it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He walks away
No, wait,
laughing.
come back.
Oh, what, Silverado?
I got two things to show you.
Well, would you mind putting that glove away, please? I
Why?
don't want to catch anything off of it.
Oh, don't worry. I won't hit you with it.
No, that's not what I mean.
I take the cow bone off my back and I present it to him.
He says, whoa, before you're giving me anything weird, all joking aside, the glove is, well, cursed would be too strong of a word, but
A
there's
curse?
more to it.
I don't. Please
Yeah,
I toss the cow bone on the ground.
You
I
might
take
wanna
it off.
Take that glove off.
I take the glove off. What does it do?
Well, it's kind of a story around the temple, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know.
Oh, you can't stop there. Come on.
Yeah. Well. Anyways, so did you say you had something for me?
Yes. I'm more interested in this glove now that you've just left me hanging, man. That
I
sucks.
just wouldn't wear that thing. I mean, Joffrey gave that to you, though, right?
He
After
gave
you
it.
Came back.
He personally gave it to me. Yes.
Yeah, I told him we were cool. So I don't know. I think he took that joke a little bit more seriously than I did.
Oh. Huh. Hey, Vincent. I need you to check out something later.
Well, I think my detect magic should still be going. Is there anything?
I
essence
tossed.
coming off of that.
I tossed the glove to him.
Vincent,
I do not catch it.
Aw.
the glove seems to be enchanted with some kind of magic. It just seems to be a basic +1 weapon.
I mean, all I'm
sounds
seeing
like
is
it sounds like
magic
he's
on it.
taking you for a loop, man. I think you're okay.
Okay, you want to take me for a loop? I'll take you for a loop. I pull out the bottle of the snow from the Chaos Stone, and I take out the bottle of the snow that soaks up the blood and still turns white, and I take out the fiend blood and ashes. I show them to him like, "Hey, you think you can do anything? Anything about this? Huh? You know what these are? Got any clue?"
Is this some other kind of
No,
ceremony that you're
No.
gonna...
No, sir. Although, and I motioned to the blood one. This would make it way more official. This is fiend blood and ashes mixed in with it.
This this cleric or student of Brahms begins backing up slowly. It's okay. It's okay, Silverado.
I have the polar opposite. I take out the bottle that had the snow from the Chaos Stone that was like purifying the blood.
Oh,
and I show it to him.
Let me see those things.
Both of them?
Yeah, let me see those.
Okay, here you go. Whenever the blood would spill onto the snow would soak it up and it would turn white, like it wasn't even affected. So it has some sort of purifying effect. I don't know about the fiend blood, though. I've been tempted to drink it a couple of times, but I've held off.
You think I should drink the snow? He seems to be holding up the vial, looking at it.
Don't. I wouldn't drink any.
Has the snow melted? Or is it still like snow?
It's like almost snow within a liquid now.
I
don't know. Slushy.
I'll drink it if you want.
Probably a delicious slushy.
Here,
hand me. It's not yellow, man.
Hand me
Don't eat yellow snow.
Hand me the snow real quick. I'll take a sip.
Is it lemon flavoring on that?
I don't know, and I take a sip of the holy snow.
Okay.
Anything?
Yeah, you're frozen solid.
All right.
Roll a Constitution save.
Okay. Here we go.
Silverado.
Oh,
I got a 3.
Silverado, as you hold this vial of snow from within the chaos orb to your lips, and you drink of it, you feel the icy liquid travel through your body, and you're frozen solid. You can
Well-
still see and think,
Oh, I'm
but
not
you
dead.
have no control over any of your movement or speech.
Can I do that thing where like I look around with my eyes, just like pointing at things with them?
Yes.
I keep pointing at like Eric and like looking at his hammer.
Hey,
does he turn into like one of those paintings in those creepy haunted houses?
And as Silverado drinks of this vial, he also drops it because now he's frozen. And the vial cracks upon the floor. And within the hall, a snowstorm begins. And it is snowing and windy and cold.
Uh-oh.
Silverado.
I thought it was just snow. I thought I was just making a goof or something good would happen.
Oh my God.
Man, I thought I was impulsive, man. Wow.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go over and check on. So I'm assuming I see this happen.
I'm just stuck in the
I'm
drinking
gonna-
pose.
Right over there to check on him. Is he? You said he's frozen solid. So is he himself just frozen, or did he like
I'm
Ice over.
become like? Is he like an ice sculpture of himself?
It looks like, it still looks like Silverado. It doesn't look like an ice sculpture. And the student of Brahms backs up. Hey, I didn't do this. I was just joking. I can't believe you drank that thing.
I'm gonna turn around, and look at him. What did you do? What'd you give him?
Me? He came out of there.
You're gonna pay for this. So help me God, if he doesn't survive.
The student of
Take
Brahms
it in.
raises his arms and begins just backing away slowly, looking for something to busy himself with. Clearly intimidated by Vincent.
Eric, come over here. Give me a hand. Picard did something to Silverado.
Yeah, I saw it, man. Silverado drank one of those vial of snow that he brought into the Chaos Orb. And as it is, I'm gonna see if I can kind of rustle up some scrap wood from the cart or around and build a fire around
Just
him.
hit me with the hammer. I'll be fine.
You know what?
Yeah, let's shatter you. A good idea.
Yeah.
I'll take out. I have some torches. I'll take out a torch.
This is a
What you
weird
said
short
there's like a
rest.
snowstorm going. Is it like how intense of a snow? Can I light a torch?
It's pretty
Or is it too
blustery. You
windy?
could try, but it seems like it might go out.
I could throw a fireball at him. I just
Is it everywhere, or like is it kind of thing where like I can see the end of a range and I could like pick him up and move him out of?
You seem to be just in this entire tunnel. The tunnel spans perhaps 100 feet at its width, 80 feet at its height, and there's
As
just
far as we can see, we're in a snowstorm.
yes, the storm has just consumed this tunnel.
Wow.
There are still the fireplaces that line the wall, and the large statues of dwarfs near at hand. Unalda says, "Perhaps we should make something out of the carts." She is shivering. Let's take them to the fire.
When I kill all my party members because I drank some snow.
Okay.
So you said Winalda, she's still like real cold and shivering and stuff.
That was Deathida.
That was
that was
definitely. Now
definitely-
Unalda seems to be chilled by this storm.
Okay. All right.
Just clear up this damn rubble. We need to get on our way.
let's go,
let's go, let's go.
To everybody.
Yeah.
I can't help. I'm
Clear
Someone
up the
throw
rubble.
this
Okay.
this guy in the cart. At
Good
least
idea.
He's
Yeah.
frozen. He can't start any more trouble.
Yeah, I'll lift
Yeah.
Silverado into the cart.
Deathida and Humnalda seem to have been able to repair the cart at least enough so that if you travel slowly, it will roll.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try to get out of this and let's get somewhere where we can pump this guy out.
just like leaning back in my ice well, I can't move, but mentally I'm like leaning back and just taking a rest, just in the back of the cart, just trying to fall asleep, taking a little nap.
So we're not gonna just not eat yellow snow. Let's not eat any snow.
Does not eat Chaos Stone.
Let's not
No.
eat anything that we don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
Just don't eat anything I give you, and you'll be fine.
And so Silverado's curiosity has caused a snowstorm within these
Goes on for
caverns.
miles.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah.
What was that mining town we didn't get to go to? It was like the silver.
Second silver. You guys are 3
Second
days
silver.
past second silver.
They just see a snowstorm coming through the tunnel. Oh, what's that?
And so the hobgoblin named Gleknar had explained that you all are taking a detour to Bridget's undershore because the main tunnel is closed ahead. So, knowing that, let's take a brief break. We'll refresh our drinks, and we'll be back with more of the Heroes era.
I just wanted to mention too. I don't know if you noticed, my son's like talking to us in the chat, the Twitch
awesome,
chat.
awesome. Very cool. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. When we left off, Silverado made a curious decision. And
Yes.
became
Curiosity froze
an ice
widow.
sculpture of sorts.
oh,
I can't talk, man. I smashed. I tried to smash a chaos stone.
Well, I goaded you into it. I was totally for it. I was like, yeah, do it. Come on, do it. You got to do it. You're the Therizessa cleric. You got to go.
I don't think it took much persuasion. Chris is laughing at me.
So, you all have a new person with the party now. A new
Yeah,
party member of
hobgoblin.
sorts. He's a hobgoblin.
Gak.
Gleknar. Glek the fleet-footed. So he has informed you all that the large cavern ahead has collapsed during the earthquake that occurred while you all were in the Chaos Stone. And so he and Humnalda have also informed you of this alternative route.
Yeah.
He is calling the place Bridget's Undershore. And, you know, he seems like an amicable enough guy. Claims to have been lost beneath the earth when the earthquake happened and sealed the Great Passage ahead. You all seem to have perhaps misgivings regarding him because of, you know, your earlier dealings with hobgoblins who are militaristic and driven for conquest. So we're going to come back into the game, and it is snowing within this cavern thanks to Silverado having drink in this snow of sorts, this interplanar snow from the Chaos Stone. And so it's caused quite a storm, and now the dwarves are anxious to be on their way,
If only I knew.
or to seek shelter.
I'm feeling
I'm
anxious
God.
to get out of here.
And Silverado,
let's get-
you're frozen solid in the back of a cart, right?
Yeah, I'm just relaxing. I'm just chilling out. No pun intended. I'm meditating in my frozen state, just thinking, getting
Oh.
bored.
You know, as you're meditating, you actually have a very vivid vision. What are your
Ooh.
meditations usually like? Just out of
Um,
curiosity. I don't know if we've ever gone there.
No, we have not. It's not traditional like elf meditation whatsoever.
I
It's
imagine
really
it's
just
not.
me just relaxing for like 4 hours. It could be like I'm in a hammock, or I'm just like laying down. I'm sitting somewhere drinking.
Are you saying you're actually in a hammock, or that you'll visualize yourself like in a hammock?
I could be in a hammock, yeah.
So it's just a very relaxed, kind of like mind clearing,
Yeah.
sort of meditative state.
I'm not kneeling or in a prayer stance or anything. I'm just hanging out.
Not really trying to focus on anything typically, usually just using it to rejuvenate. And
Head empty.
well, you know, your body is frozen and you feel chilled, but it's not. At first, it's incredibly painful, but then the pain subsides, and it's almost pleasant, as if this is something your body needs, or something that is healing to you in some way.
I've been going 100% for a while now.
And you begin to feel as though you are sinking or swimming or floating. And the water around you becomes stiff, and you feel as though you're underwater. And the current is strong. You can see it. Just debris. And now you see fish and, various sea creatures. And they're swimming about in this current. The current seems to be moving in, the shape of a whirlpool. This is an underwater maelstrom of sorts, it seems. And at the base of this storm, you see a dwarf, and he is standing with his shield raised and a sword raised as well, as if in battle. And before him, you see a twisting, ever-changing form. One moment it might look beautiful and alluring, and the next horrifying and causing you to want to look away. But, of course, you're frozen and entranced at the same time. And suddenly you see this dwarf fighting this chaotic form. And you recognize this dwarf to be Dunsmere, who is the brother dwarf, or the friend to all, the friend to many. So he is engaged in battle, and suddenly he is driven to his knee, and he looks to you, Silverado, as this chaotic form is overcoming him and battling him. And his look to you is pleading, and he reaches out with one hand.
Can I move?
What do you try to?
I reach my hand out to him.
As you try to move, you're still frozen in stasis. He looks at you, and he sighs for a moment, and then he stands himself and goes back to battle. And you will slowly come out of your trance in your meditation, and you feel the inspiration of Dunsmere. Though it is not entirely clear what message he was trying to send you, if any, or if you were perhaps given some kind of view into his eternal struggle. But it did seem like for a moment he was reaching out to you as if for aid or help.
Well, I other than mental, there's nothing I can do. I'm a frozen piece of ice.
You are, indeed.
Well, I don't know if Eric here has met his god personally, but I have. And I'm
Well,
probably
that Therazessa and Dunsmere are different gods. So Eric is a cleric of Therazessa, and that appeared to be Dunsmere, who you would recognize as the dwarf who is engaged in eternal battle with the primordial storm of Girabolsh, the primordial titan.
the bad guy, and all the religious folklore.
Remember, Girabolsh, it's his blood that created these stones, right?
Yes, and it is his body that this realm is built upon, and the riches of the mines are the essence of this primordial entity.
Well, as long as I'm in my ice cage, I'm just gonna be thinking about, oh man, I wish I could help that dude. It sucks that I can't do anything. I'm gonna try and help him out. I don't know how. I'm just trying to think of like back home, because I remember that we had this huge like lake or pond that was like a place for Dunesmere essentially, where people like hung out a lot. And I'm trying to think of anyone in my community or that I may have known in my life, was a cleric of Doonsmere.
Yes,
Anyone
and that lake that
powerful.
you're thinking of is, I believe it's called Dunsmuir Lake, and it's believed to be the spot of the actual battle between, Dunsmuir and that entity that still is still going on today. And so you come back to consciousness, and it is still snowing, but we will go to Eric and Vincent. And so,
Cool.
do you travel ahead? Do you travel to Bridget's
I
undershore?
think that's the best course. I was tempted to try and smash through the where it's caved in, but I feel like we're just gonna make more of a mess and maybe even bring the cave down on us. So I think maybe the smart option is to, I don't know, what, Vincent, this hobgoblin's trying to lead us somewhere, right? How do you feel about that? You're on. You might. Oh,
Yeah, I got it.
sorry.
I don't know.
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
want to just make an assumption and say that he's a hobgoblin, so he's a bad guy,
Yeah, that's
kind of
fair.
thing,
Yeah.
But also, based on the hobgoblins that we ran into in this area,
Yeah.
or not in this exact area, but not too far off from here. I don't know.
Yeah. You got to wonder.
I wonder who he serves. I wonder where his allegiance lies, because hobgoblins are not typically solo
Right.
Solo
travelers.
act.
Yeah.
Not like that
It
Etten, right?
just seems
No.
right. Exactly. They're like the opposite of that.
He wasn't alone. He
Yeah.
had a brother. Used to have a brother.
Ouch.
So harsh.
Look, man.
Too soon.
But I say we just
cautiously proceed. I don't know. I'm not.
keep a weary eye on them.
Yeah. I mean, we just came out of this Chaos Stone, and this guy's here. I don't know. Was it? Who was it that it was it Deathida that knew him? No, she was with us. It was
Nalda
Bonalda.
introduced
Ronaldo.
you. Right.
And what's our option? What's our other option right now?
Yeah.
Break through the hole, or the main road, and go on forth.
Maybe, yeah. I think we're good to. Yeah, I think we should carry on to this Bridget's undershore, but I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't want to get my guard down.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Cool.
Bridget's undershore. You will learn along the way. The hobgoblin knows a lot about it. So does Humnalda and Thragnaun.
Okay.
And
Along the path, I'm going to telepathically tell Rolo to just stay a little bit ahead of us on the path, keep an eye out for any potential threat or danger, and also for any potential spot where we could, go ahead and pull over and get some rest.
Cool.
Just in case if we need it.
very good. Well, Bridget's undershore was once a prosperous mine, now fallen to ruin. From the surface on the northern side of Dalrin Caillou, beautiful waterfalls and swimming holes and numerous creeks and waterways form a mined-out mountainside. And it's usually raining and feeding the many pools atop the northern face of Dalrin Caillou. The mines beneath the surface here are known to be host to a merfolk tribe who have made these caverns, the cavernous waterways, their home. So that's some of the basic information that you would have, just gathering along your way here.
Okay.
And as you enter a smaller side passageway, the storm seems to subside a bit, and the snow is left is left behind after several hours of strenuous travel, pulling the wagon through the snow, and Silverado not even there to help.
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
I'm hanging out.
So some of the tunnels here seem to have taken damage from the earthquake, and you have various boulders and rubble that become more and more prominent as you journey into this side passageway. The tunnel's dark, and there are no fireplaces lining the halls here. There are streams that will trickle across your path here and there
Cool.
as you begin a steep ascent.
Do we get, as we're walking, I'm just kind of thinking about everything that happened and what we did in the Chaos Stone. Do we get the impression that what happened with us inside had a direct impact on what was going on around us here? That whatever we did inside that stone caused this earthquake? Because I know that Therazessa is holding the world together, and if sure her power is stretched, maybe that had something to do with the.
It might have.
When the dwarven crew causes an earthquake.
I think you should make a religion check, Eric.
What did I do? 10.
Yeah.
It's about as average as you can get.
Yeah.
So while that's a possibility, you also recall that Joffrey had discussed with you Anam's intent to break the world chain that holds that mountain, that Therazessa holds. And so
Right.
you might believe that it's something related to that.
Okay.
That struggle.
Cool.
It's hard to say if your actions within the stone created any,
Ripple effects, or
yeah. I mean, Silverado's now frozen solid, and he did create a snowstorm just by drinking some of that snow. So, I don't know.
right.
It's hard to say at this point. The earthquakes have been
Crazy things are happening.
Yeah, and the
You might say
earthquakes,
chaos.
they've been quite powerful. So, enough to
Right.
shake these ancient tunnels.
So it's been a few hours, and there's no sign of change in Silverado's.
It's still frozen solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hanging back.
All right.
I try to light up one of my torches and just see if I can thaw them out.
Yes. As you try to thaw out Silverado, his eyes begin moving frantically back and forth as he you start to feel intense heat, but you're still frozen in place.
It's like kind of burning me, but not really.
Is his body cold to touch?
Yes.
Weird.
It's nothing different from the usual though. I got like no blood.
He is white. It's pretty white.
I'm
very pale.
Basically I'm hibernating now, essentially.
He's been knocked out.
All right. So shall we carry on our way to Bridget's Undershore?
Yeah, let's make our move.
It's a shame.
I'm gonna,
the one person.
as we're going, I'll try and stay kind of at the back of the cart. I don't know, just.
Thragnown approaches you. Have you ever dealt with the merfolk?
No, I was going to ask you about that actually.
They're typically very peaceful people, so we should be able to just get passage through here. Maybe I'll go talk to them.
Yeah. Maybe we should talk about if there's anything that we have that they would want. if it comes to that, what we can part with.
Oh, well, I think they'll be most fair. We should be coming up on the city any time now. I've traveled through here myself several times.
Okay. Yeah, and as Thragdown's here, I'll mention to him at some point before we get to Dunlop's Tavern, and I mean we as in you, myself, Vincent, Silverado, Deathada, Winalda, we need to have a chat about Dunlop's Tavern. Now's not the time, but that needs to happen before we get there.
Yes, absolutely. Is there something specific on your mind?
Absolutely.
Well, I imagine so. Now,
But like I said, this isn't the time.
No, we should keep our wits about us. Where are these merfolk? They're not known to be so secretive.
Oh no. Oh no.
And the cavern is quite dark, and water. You just hear the trickle of water and the flowing of small streams, but everything else is very quiet.
It's your show, guys. I can't do anything.
Silverado, will you make a Constitution save, please?
Yes.
The fire and the furnace and the fire, eh?
I will do so. Gladly. 11.
Shit.
Okay, you're still frozen solid.
I'm hanging out, guys.
I don't know, Thragnan says. Something's not right here. Hello? He shouts, and his shout echoes through the tunnel.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Gleck. Where's Gleck at this point?
Gleck's walking along quietly with you all. Yes, it's very unusual, Eric. Have you ever been up this way?
I can't say I have, no.
Well, there's nothing worth around here to, folk like you and me, but the merfolk, they take worth in strange objects.
Interesting.
I'm surprised we've not come across them yet. He pulls out his blade and readies it, looking about the cavern warily.
Yeah.
Strange object.
Something's not right, eh, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something seems weird.
You hear a rushing river in the distance. The sound intensifies as you grow nearer. This must be the main thoroughfare we're coming up on now.
Looks like it's gonna be a rough ride, so hold on.
Right on.
So, will you guys describe to me the marching order here?
I'm at the back of the cart, just kind of thinking that maybe the person with the stone shouldn't be right in the middle or at the front.
I probably would be up towards the front in that particular situation because I sort of rushed up to. That's so.
And I'm in the middle.
You're on the cart.
I'm in the middle.
Freezerton's over there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So you approach this river. You can see light shining off of it ahead. There are stalactites and stalagmites throughout the cavern. And you see the reflection of light on water dancing across the ceiling of the cavern. As you come up on this underground river, you have to look over a bit of a ledge to see down, and there's a pathway that leads forward. There's a rocky wall flanking it to the left and a steep decline on the right with the river at the bottom. And you see a large form ahead of you in the river.
Oh no. A big monster. My enemy.
And as you gaze down upon the river, you guys see swimming what looks like it's like a large fish lizard creature. It has a very long tail, perhaps 8 to 10 feet long, and this creature has the upper torso of a humanoid, but mixed with like a fish creature, and it carries a harpoon that is affixed to a long rope, and it's swimming very quickly through the river here.
How big is it? Like, is it humanoid or sorry, I say humanoid. Like about 6-7 feet tall or 10 feet tall?
Yeah, it's looks like its full length is perhaps 15 feet.
Right.
Spread out.
I'll ask, maybe a motion to Thragdown and say, is that a merfolk?
That is no merfolk. That is a marrow. It is a merfolk that has been twisted by evil. And the
Isn't that like a...
I'm sorry?
I was going to say, is that like some kind of hag?
A hag. Perhaps a hag of the sea. It is a vicious creature. It collects whatever it can and kills whatever it can't collect.
I don't plan on being collected today.
No wonder there are no merfolk here. And this large creature swims through the underground cavern and passes out of sight. And then you hear the sound as if many insects traveling across a rocky surface. And you hear it coming quickly down the cavern below you, near the river.
It's a school of fish, guys.
Oh man, I'm totally out of my element here.
I like to hide and peek in on what's going on.
Okay. Will you make a stealth check, please, Vincent?
Sure will. I'm so stealthy, you guys.
Let's see it.
You got invisibility, so.
I do. I wish I had said that.
more often than not, you've been more successful on your stealth rolls than I have, and I got like a +5.
Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. 10?
At 10.
Okay. Vincent ducks behind a rock as the sound of grows. It's a very strange sound, almost like wet rats scurrying across rocks.
Man,
Is
what's
everybody
going
else
on,
just
guys?
anticipating this? Ready for it?
I ready my blade.
Below you in the river, you see what look like twisted merfolk. They have a sick look to them as they emerge from holes and from the flowing river, traveling in the wake of this marrow. Just as it leaves the cavern, you had begun hearing their approach, and now they come, and you see there are many of these creatures. These are about your size.
Okay. They're like zombie merfolk? I'm totally out of my element here.
Yeah, they look.
The hell is going on, guys?
For reference, they look a little bit more like Sahuagin, so they look like fish
Oh, like
creatures.
fish creatures
mixed with people. Yes.
Yeah.
I probably have some experience with those, having spent my time at sea.
And you see these creatures scurrying about, looking for whatever they may be able to find, and they spot you. And they begin climbing up the rocky hillside, the steep incline. It's wet and slick, but they seem to traverse it easily.
I think I know what's going to happen here.
Will everybody roll initiative, please?
Yeah, that's what I
There
thought.
it is.
Yeah. we're minus a monk.
Oh man, yeah, we are.
Well, I don't know. I could get lucky.
Wow, it's probably the best initiative I've rolled in this whole game.
Me too, man. I'm at 6.
We're gonna fight some fish, guys.
Got a 15.
Yeah, I'm at 6. I'm usually around 1 to 5.
Man, that's just sad. I mean, you're
There
a
you go.
cleric, granted, so it's kind of a good thing, but
Yeah, I'm happy going afterwards and seeing what's yeah. How many are we looking at coming our way? How many do you see, Vincent? I don't know if you can. He's kind of up front.
Vincent,
I
you see
see.
about 15 to 20 of these creatures. It's hard to count because they're moving so
Ah.
quickly. 4 of them seem to have spotted you and are moving your way now.
Oh, shoot.
And I'm just
Um,
pulling up my resources.
About how far away are they?
This steep embankment, excuse me, is about 40 feet high. So they're currently about 40 feet from you, right near the bottom, right near the water, but just below you. As there this whole gaggle, perhaps, of Sahuagin or flock or
no, gaggle
school.
works.
Gaggle, I like Gaggle.
Gaggle works.
The gaggle of Sahuagin is passing beneath you, caught in its interest of following this marrow, but these 4 have noticed you and then are branching off from the river here. And let's see.
Okay.
And Silverado, you're frozen, my friend.
Can I do anything to try to be unfrozen?
A little late to think of that.
You
Don't eat snow.
can make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Which, by the way, I have a +1 in, so we have to get lucky here. 17.
You hear a voice in your head. It's a familiar voice, but you can't place it with any face or anybody that you know. And it says, "Now, brother, move."
Yes, sir.
And yes, you melt and are free to move.
I break one arm out of the ice and the other arm, and I tear the ice off of me, and I stand up ready to fight.
Very good. And Vincent, you're up. So, you have the 4 creatures leaving from the
Right.
river. They're all about 40 feet away at this point, and all 4 of them have noticed you.
Okay. And they're about 40 feet away. And then there's more.
Yes, there are. There are many more.
Okay. How far away are the other ones?
Similarly distanced, still within the river. These ones have come ashore to scale this hillside.
What do I have? Yeah, plan ahead.
Okay. What do you think, guys? Make a blast and make a run for it, or square it up?
Don't we have to go that way?
Yeah, I feel like they're where we're going.
I feel like
Oh,
it would take
so
at
like-
least 4
it was
outside.
like we were-
Good.
Okay.
You don't have a map visual, do you, DM?
No, I apologize. So the river
Oh,
they're
that's okay.
following flows along
Okay.
the pathway that you guys are going to need to travel, and then the river essentially just flanks it, and they travel concordantly, next to each other, and the river is about 40 feet below, and the steep embankment would take you there or them up to you.
Okay. I'm going to try to center it as best I can to take out the 4 that are coming at me, as well as and as many more as I could possibly get. And I'm going to cast Fireball.
Starting off. Here we go.
Hiya!
Kill
Clearing a path,
them.
guys.
Kill them.
That's why you want your warlock first in initiative.
Yes, sir. Well,
Or that's why I want the warlock first initiative. Like, I don't get fireballed.
it's good he did that, because I may have ran forward and started fighting them immediately. And it would have been bad. Ooh.
Woo.
Ooh.
So it's a DC 15 deck save for 33 damage.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
some good roll. And look at the roll. I don't know if you looked at that.
I'm looking at it, yeah.
Hiya! So I have one save. It's still
Nice.
rolling the dice. I rolled a 9, so I fail. One
That
of
is
these
a
creatures
failure.
fails.
Well, that's one.
20.
One got a nat 20.
Okay.
One will
Incredible.
succeed, of course.
Third is a 12.
That's a failure.
The fourth is a 15.
2 fails, 2 saves.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of these creatures are just obliterated as they catch fire and they fall slain, trying to extinguish themselves, but they can't. And the other 2, however, seem to be still drenched from the river, and they're able to not take as much damage from your spell.
Okay. How about because that was those 4. Were there any other ones like? Did it catch any of the other ones that were in the area?
How big is our radius on this? 20-foot radius. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would have caught 4 more. So I'm going to roll 4 saves here.
It begins.
Looks like we made 2 of them.
Okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention, just to give it the flavor, he'll reach in. He reaches into his component pouch and he smudges the sulfur and the guano on his fingers and snaps them together to kind of, Roy Mustang style.
Make the magic happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, and that brings us to Eric.
So one of the ones, I'm just going to kind of step up in line with Vincent. They're still at a range of about 40 feet, you said, right?
Yes.
I'll,
There's 2 of them at range of 40 feet, and then the other 2 are a little bit further away, about 60 feet in the water still.
but two are dead?
Yeah, 4 of them have died, and then now an additional 2 have kind of taken notice here. As they're like swimming along in the waterway, they're diving up out of the water, kind of
up and down. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like what is that called? Butterfly stroke. And
Right.
so just as these 4 are popping out of the water halfway across the river, Vincent blasts this fireball, and it kills 2 of the ones that are swimming, 2 of the ones that are climbing up towards you guys. And so I would say that all of them have taken notice of you. 4 of them have specific interest in you.
So I'll move up next to Vincent, and I'm going to, I haven't drawn my weapons yet. I'm going to drop a sacred flame on one of the ones that Vincent hurt but didn't kill.
Okay.
I think the range on that is 60 feet.
I'm sorry, is that a save on my end, or?
Yeah, sorry, here, I'll bring it up here. And yeah, it's a DC, wait a second. So it's a DC 13 dex save for 14 radiant damage.
You would think that a fish people would be a little more agile and dexterous, but, well, maybe not. Maybe be awkward to have.
And flame resistant.
And flame resistant, to say the least. They have these big old funky feet, though, I guess. That's why they can swim more quickly. Okay. But, yeah, so one of the ones that was climbing up is your spell defeats him. What does this spell look like? What does your sacred flame look like?
Just a column of fire kind of comes down on it, radiant energy and explodes on it. Savage.
The other kind of fiendish-looking fish creature, former merfolk, has come ashore to investigate what it saw, but as Vincent's fireball and then this other column of radiant fire take down his brethren, he dives back into the river, and the whole gaggle of them swim quickly away, using the current of the river to move very quickly.
Aw, man.
Do you all pursue them?
No, I think that's a smart move on their part. What do you guys think? I have no interest in killing these things.
I don't see any reason to pursue them. That seems like more effort than it's worth.
I would have liked to get a punch in, but that's all right.
Silverado,
hey, I'm back, guys. I busted out all cool and I thought I was gonna kick some fish around, but nah, I just got free.
Okay, Frosty.
I'm gonna go up to Silverado and I'm be like, man, Can't do that again, dude. Don't do that to me.
Look, I got some pretty cool stuff out of it, though. I went into my mind palace and I saw a god.
My mind palace.
I saw two gods, actually.
I'm gonna take Silverado, like I'm gonna reach my hand around the back of his head and kind of pull it forward, so I like put our foreheads together, you know, a like little moment of camaraderie. Just be like, "You are a freaking idiot."
I think this ice is magical.
Don't.
I want to keep.
Don't. Listen,
I'm not.
Don't eat anything.
I'm not going to eat it. I'm not. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to eat it.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep it.
Don't stop touching weird things.
I pick up the ice and I just like weigh it and decide what to do with it, and I just kind of like break it on the ground and stuff some of it into a bottle.
I'm sorry, I should have said. What is this guy's name? I'm sorry, Picard.
Yeah, Picard.
Picard gathered up the things that you were displaying to him when you decided to drink the vial of snow. The vial of snow also had fallen to the ground and unfortunately broke open.
I know that's
there.
gone. No longer.
The Picard picked up the vial of blood that kind of clinked away, and he put that into his pocket. And then, did you have another vial with some other weird stuff?
No, it was just a big cow bone.
Okay, well, Kingston snatched up that cow bone.
Yeah.
He actually wrestled Picard, or threatened to wrestle Picard for it, but Picard was having none of that. He's not interested in fighting a wart pup. So
for a cow bone.
Hey, did I see Picard pick up that?
Yes.
Okay.
I imagine it just happened kind of quickly, so you would know he has it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not gonna say anything or anything like that. I just was wondering if I know. So I want to see. Curious as to what he does.
After Vincent and Silverado kind of have their bromance moment, I'll just kind of step up and just say, Silverado, me and Vincent were talking while you were kind of in your mind palace, as you called it.
Your zone.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to try and smash anything that I shouldn't smash, and you're not going to eat anything that we shouldn't eat.
Guys, please, I understand.
And I'm not gonna worship anything that I shouldn't worship. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, hold on that.
We just won life, guys. There we go.
Yeah, we did it.
Did we just win Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Game over, guys.
We all kind of wanted to see what would happen though when he did that with the stone, and then also the thing with the snow. Can you blame Silverado? It was a pretty interesting idea.
Yes,
it was holy snow. It was like I thought it was going to be like healing or something.
You don't know.
I can only sympathize because at the time I thought it was a good idea to smash the chaos stone with my hammer. Now I know it wasn't a good idea. He probably feels the same way.
I'm an influencer, okay? I make people do things that seem like a good idea, and they turn out to be bad ideas. But
and as you all are discussing...
let's take a walk, guys.
Discussing this, Deathida says, wait, what was that? And she points to the water. And where these former merfolk had disappeared, swimming after this large monstrosity, this marrow, as it's called, that same form that preceded them, the marrow, seems to loom there in the darkness, peering out at you. Perhaps 200 feet away down the river.
Do we have to go across this river to continue?
We need to go up there. And Deathida points across. Right, is that the place?
I'll kind of look over to Vincent. That hex thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
Does that kind of does that have like a tracer on it? Like if you were to put a hex on that thing, would you know if it was coming towards us or?
Not really. My particular, my particular type of hex doesn't really work in that same way.
Okay.
It's more of just it just weakens them. Allows me to deal a little bit more damage.
Okay.
but I'm not able to track anyone with it or sense anyone with it or anything of that nature. No.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, what do you guys? I mean, if we can keep an eye on this thing, and I mean, it's seen what we can do. So, and it's obviously not a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's it's in the river, for one, and it's
and we're crossing over. Like, does the pathway? Is there like a stone bridge kind of a?
Or do we have to ford the river?
Well, there is no bridge across the river, and the point that Deathida is pointing to is across the river up ahead, a little bit higher up than where you are. So there's a steep slope on either side of the river, and the side that you're on, your path is about 40 feet above the river. On the other side of the river, the path is perhaps 60 feet up, and you see a small tunnel that leads upward. And Gleknar approaches and he says, "Yes, that is the tunnel we must take. We cannot take the main thoroughfare. This is the beast that I have heard of. We must avoid it."
I agree. Yeah, I'm not one to run away from a fight, but I'm not. I mean,
Yes, we wait for it to leave.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Gleknar walks back into the tunnel about 10 feet, sits down, and sets his sword and shield at his side. "Here I'll rest."
All right. You get some rest. That's a good idea.
"Somebody watch this damn thing."
Oh,
Make sure it
I'm fully
leaves.
rested. I'll watch.
And so everybody that you're adventuring with seems to be quite exhausted and ready for to sleep despite the circumstances. Discussion takes place regarding how close to the river they want to camp. Most people just seem to be exhausted and wanting to just find wherever they can to get comfortable and get some shut-eye.
You guys want me to watch this thing like right by the river to make sure if it comes close I can like see it far away, or do you want me to be with you guys?
I mean, if we're gonna do a proper sleep rest here, maybe we should take turns and.
I'm fully good. When I was in that crystal place, I just took a full nap. Like I got some shut eye. So if you guys want to like sleep, we don't need ships or anything like that.
Can we trust this guy? He basically set the whole place
Look,
in snow.
I know my actions aren't great right now. It's a bad first impression.
The earthquakes are bad enough, you elf.
Hey,
easy now. I trust him with my life. I'm not.
That's saying a lot.
I'm gonna step in between. That was Gleknar. I'm assuming saying that.
Yes.
I'm gonna step in between Gleknar and Silverado, and I'm gonna charge an Eldritch Blast in my hand.
Whoa, calm down, Vincent. This ain't no confrontation.
Okay.
You leave the camp before he does. You understand me?
Oh.
If you're not comfortable with him, then you go find somewhere else to stay.
He raises his hand and
Now you're welcome to join us.
Accept that.
Hey, who are you working for?
And I'll step up shoulder to shoulder with Vincent and just kind of bounce my hammer in my hand.
That's a very good question, Gleknar. Where do your loyalties lie? Who
who you serve, man? Because I may know him.
So Vincent has summoned an Eldritch Blast. Eric walks up, clinking his pick and his warhammer together.
And I'm very calm. I'm not aggressive at all. I'm just asking.
Working, I guess, for you now.
Okay, well, keep that in mind.
Cool.
Do you know a guy? Should we tell him the guy we worked with, or
no? We shouldn't tell him a damn thing.
No,
all right. Like,
I say that where he can hear it.
Okay.
Well, he's on a need to know basis. Yeah, for sure.
I know these guys are like real aggressive with you. It's just that we've been through a lot, and we've bonded quite tightly. I don't hold anything against. That's a very reasonable response to seeing a man cause a snowstorm underground in a tunnel that went on for miles.
Well, I'm glad we have some reasonable people around here.
Yeah, I know it was a dumb thing to do, but hey, I met two gods, so I'm good with that. And slept a bit.
Just kind of look over at Vincent and say, "I love how he's the peacekeeper."
Yeah, how is he the reasonable one?
Wait, look, I work in strange ways. Okay, I'm a professional.
Glecknar says, "You drank the snow from the stone, and it lets you speak to the gods."
Basically, yeah. I saw the World Ender and Doomsmere duking it out, and Doomsmere tried to get me to help, but I couldn't do anything.
Ah, thanks to the brother.
Yeah, my brother. Or my brother, is he up or down? I don't know.
I don't know how deep we are now. Well, technically, we're near the.
Is
tip
he
of
like
the
that way
mountain.
then? Is he like over there?
I'm going to go get some rest, my friend.
Or how's the depth in this place?
Vincent watches this whole conversation, and then I just go, "I'm going to bed."
And so, as you all are taking rest in this cavern, the familiar sound of a river rushing through a cave, again, is filling the air here, and
Bad memories.
and yes,
Also, I'm gonna call Rollo over to me. Hey man, do you need some rest? Are you good?
feeling pretty good. So, why you
Cool.
need something?
Oh,
Just
yo,
I
can
know
Rollo be with me?
Silverado's. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Oh,
I
yo,
know Silverado is gonna kind of hang out and keep watch. He doesn't sleep much, but you mind just giving him a hand, just keeping the lookout? If
Hey,
anything
no
goes
problem.
weird, just wake me up, okay?
Yeah, that Miro's looking pretty creepy. We should keep an eye on that thing, but
Definitely keep an eye on that, and also telepathically, I say, keep an eye on the hobgoblin too. I don't trust him.
right. Damn, I just wanted to say that fireball, that was a nice one.
That was cool, right?
Took
All
care of
right.
those bastards.
Right. All right, we get some rest.
As I'm I'm gonna get some sleep, but as I'm just, you can also be chilling. I want to kind of read over this scroll I got around the enchantment and just see if I can get any. I haven't really actually looked at that or read over that.
Right, and as you all are having your extended rest, you will level up.
Woo!
Hey,
I leveled up from being frozen,
Whoa.
baby.
And again, I'm sorry. So this is the scroll about.
It's kind of like Joffrey kind of gave me a scroll kind of detailing how that hammer was enchanted and got me the impression that I might be able to replicate it on another item of some sort.
Okay.
Wondering if maybe my the war pick that I'm carrying is a good enough quality that it could be used, or if I might have to fashion a new one, a better one.
Will you make a knowledge arcana check, please?
Sure.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What do I get?
Come on, be good. Oh, 14. Not bad.
As you're analyzing it, you see slots or divots in the handle, as if there's a place carved to imbue this thing with certain stones or some kind of other metal, or not that it looks unfinished, but it looks like you could perhaps adorn it with something.
So I could use the detailing is actually to further enhance the hammer itself.
You have that kind of idea comes to you as you're analyzing it. And as usual, when you're analyzing your weapons, and this is a pretty small group we're traveling with, Picard comes over and says, "Yeah, I was noticing those too. I've been trying to read up, and I think that there's a few different things you can put in there, but I read of a thing that they're calling a mother pearl that you'll usually find in fresh water." He's kind of keeping his voice hushed in the cavern here. He says, I know it's kind of crazy to be thinking about things like this right now, but that stuff always takes my interest. So, I don't know, have you ever heard of that? A mother pearl? You know what a pearl is, though, right?
Oh, I know all about pearls.
Well,
Mother pearl. I get the impression it's a bigger one.
well, the mother pearl will form in a place where there's powerful mechvel, which is magic of the land of sorts. It is another name for the essence of the Girabolsh. So, in such a place, perhaps there will be a freshwater clam with a mother pearl in it, but you never know. It is a thing of chance and a rare, rare find. Says, I don't know. I just found that interesting. If you look at this little indentation here, it's so smooth. I don't think it'd be made for a gemstone, as would be normal, but it looks as though perhaps a pearl or something very smooth could be fitted in there. Perhaps gold
Cool.
worn, or... But that is what drew my mind to the mother pearl.
All right. Fresh water, eh? Like these rivers that we're coming across?
Well, of course, the mother is found in all fresh waterways, for those are her gifts to humanity. But
Okay.
again, it would be in a place of great natural power.
Okay. Cool. I'll kind of stew on that a little bit, and then have put the scroll back in its case, put it back in my bag.
Says it seems like this hammer was a very fine work, and perhaps there are still more secrets to be revealed regarding it. This was quite a piece crafted by Dunlop.
Yeah, I think you're right. Cool. Thank you. Your knowledge is priceless. I hope that you as much as you know, I want to learn as much as I can from you about this stuff. Yeah.
Yes, well, that is why I decided not to go to Second Silver, and I was most relieved when you all came back from that stone. I thought I had for sure made the wrong choice.
You're with the right guys.
You're with the dwarf squad.
Well, then I'm going to get some rest, and just hope that thing down there doesn't come for us.
Absolutely. Should we take a second level?
Absolutely.
I've leveled. I got
What did
50
you?
feet of movement now.
Oh,
I'm gonna
jeez.
I can go 150 feet in a round, guys.
Oh,
I'm
Silverado,
zooming.
I meant to mention, you had taken your glove off when you drank of the vial, and your glove had also fallen to the ground.
Yeah, I recall tossing it to Vincent.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Do I just not have that now? It's just gone.
Vincent
behind?
No, I was
Oh,
going to try to mess with you there, but Vincent would have it.
Silverado, yeah. And I'll reach back into the haversack and I'll pull your glove back out. Here, you left that, and I'll toss it back over to you.
Oh, cool, dude. I love the spikes on this thing. Also, I think my hand is magic.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
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 Why? I mean, you did punch a smoke ghost, so
No, that was because of the glove. I got magic
weird,
hands.
Super weird flex, bro.
Yeah,
Picard says.
Hey, Picard. I got a question for you.
What's up, Silverado? I really don't think you should be wearing that glove, though.
You speak Dwarven?
and that. Like, what's up with that?
You speak Dwarven, Picard?
I speak a little Dwarven.
Yeah, Dwarven squad. We all speak Dwarven in this group here.
I do
All
not.
of us.
I've lived amongst the Dwergar a long time, so, pick up a lot of their customs and language.
Cool. I'm just gonna go hang out and watch a river and get kidnapped and die horribly by being drowned, and I'm gonna have I'm no one to witness me doing it. I'll see you later, Picard.
Hey, Silverado.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen one of these things before? And he kind of
Hmm.
gestures down the river.
Oh, those? No, this is first time, man. I've encountered like sea things, but not mutated weird things. Because I believe this is like man-made or something. This is some foul magic.
Yeah, that thing doesn't look
Yeah.
right. There's something
Nah.
twisted going on with that.
Nah. We had a horribly mangled fish that we all took care of back home. I got caught in one of the gravity wells, and it just kind of like was stuck in the air for a bit in like a little like thing of water, like an orb of water, and it just kind of swam around. It didn't get much food, and then it
Did
dropped
stay a
down.
fish?
Yeah, it was still a fish. It's just that it was stuck in the sky and it couldn't get any food, and so it had some horrible malnutrition, and we had to take care of it for a
That's
while. And
terrible.
we named it Paul. Funnily enough,
Did Paul make it?
oh, he's dead now. That happened like 100 years ago.
Oh, well.
I'm an elf, so I lived for a long time.
I was trying to get a little bit of hope out of your story or something. I thought you were going somewhere with that.
There is hope. I mean, you're stuck in the sky because of a gravity well. You can get back down if people help you out.
Is this our sky? Is this our gravity well?
I didn't mean it to be that philosophical, but sure, you can look at it that way.
And says, well, I'm going to get some rest.
Cool. Good dreams, man. Good dreams. Don't dream of anything crazy. Please don't dream of anything crazy.
Yeah, hey,
Okay, goodbye.
if you screw with me, bro, we're going to have to take care of it.
How?
Man to man. So,
You want? I'll fight.
I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
sure.
don't mess with me while I'm asleep. That's all.
I'll spar with you. Come on. Well,
I'm not saying we need to spar. I'm just saying don't mess with me when I'm asleep.
I'll become a clock master and clean the clock. I'll do it right quick. I got the tools for it. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. If I don't show up and when you're all awake, if I don't get to shout, I'm missing. I'm horribly dead. See y'all later. And I look for Rolo, wherever Rolo may be.
Rolo's at hand nearby.
Rolo, my man. Finally, we get to hang.
Yeah. All right. What's up, Silverado?
I love how he growls.
Look, I
I love his cigar smoker voice.
Yeah.
never
Rolo
smoked
smokes
before.
way too much.
That's it.
I feel like you've kicked the habit. Good for you, man. It's nice that you did that.
Yeah, I try to keep it on the DL around here.
Yeah, I'll
People
try to
don't
get
like
some.
it for some reason. Say it's stinky.
I'll try to get some smoke spray if you want. I'll try to sneak some to you.
Oh, I got it back here.
Oh,
If you
cool,
need to
dude.
smoke.
I'm more of a drinker myself.
Okay, well, I think we're both good then.
Yeah. You want some alcohol?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, here we
What are we
go.
drinking tonight, Silverado?
Well, we got wine, which is not something you drink past. It's supposed to be like a ceremonial thing, but I obviously don't care about that. I got some aged whiskey from a bartender.
I love some whiskey.
All right, whiskey it is.
Yeah.
I don't have any cups, so we'll just like pass the bottle.
Hey, we should probably keep an eye on this thing, too.
Yeah, I look for like a rock or something to sit on. Then I just like sit down and I just pass the bottle to Rolo. And as we go back and forth, just watching for this thing.
Yeah, it's not too
You
bad.
guys,
here.
To get you guys a brown paper bag for your whiskey bottle.
I take some cloth and I wrap it up, even though it doesn't even matter because no one's gonna make us get in trouble. So Rolo, you do any illegal activities recently?
Well, yeah, remember when we broke into that wizard's house?
Well, that was
Pretty
more
illegal, bro.
that was illegal in the law, but morally, right. That was a good thing to do.
Well, legal is usually about the law, so
Yeah, well, guess what? The law sucks.
yeah.
I don't like the law.
Let's drink to breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Okay.
All right.
He raises his. Does he have his own bottle?
No,
What's he got
we're
going
passing
on
the
here?
bottle.
Okay.
We don't have glasses. I haven't picked any up yet.
Rollo takes a deep swig of whiskey, hands it back.
And we just watch for this sea monster.
Hey, what about that fiend's blood, though?
I don't know. I lost it. I dropped it when I went all Iceman. So I don't know if you. What would happen if you drank that?
I was kind of wondering the same thing. Probably something pretty crazy.
One of the others might have picked it up. If you want to go look for it, I'll just stand by here and you can go try and find it.
You think I should get that for you?
I would like it, yeah. Might be nice just to throw at some dude and make it go on fire. Because considering the snow made a snowstorm, I wonder what happened if we threw that.
Oh, that storm was crazy.
I know, man. I
I kind
know.
of like that.
I know. It's look, my people are from the Feywild. We're pretty crazy, pretty curious people. You know, people don't like that, but I'm talking to you, friends with Vincent, and we got a clerics in the group too. It's a whole bunch of people, and I ain't afraid of my heritage.
And as you're explaining your motley crew, Kingston comes trotting up and has the leg of one of these twisted merfolk in his mouth.
Nice.
He lays down beside you and begins eating, and Rollo flies away to look for your vial of blood.
I cast Speak with Animals to talk to Kingston. What up, Kingston? Been a while. Got kidnapped into an orb. We're never getting to this monster. Nah, I'm talking to everybody.
I forget
he's gonna-
Kingston's voice. I've done.
I'm like-
we run through all my voices here.
It's like Rollo's. I
Kingston's
think.
kind of like Rollo, but
Yeah. It's all Rollo. It's all the same. It's all the same Rollo. He's been possessing people this entire time.
got some meat. I don't
Yeah,
remember
that's-
he didn't talk like Rollo. It was like
It was that was close.
got
A little bit more of a base to it, I think.
some. I don't remember.
And we don't have. I just
Reinvent it.
I just say what up to
testing my
King,
flex here.
I say what up to Kingston and I pet him and I let him lay down next to me and I just hang out and watch the thing. Then we can finally have everyone wake up.
We need more meat. More meat, Silverado.
I know. We gotta get some more.
I feel that I could be bigger, he says.
We got some demon blood if you want to drink that and try your luck.
Oh my goodness.
Become a hellhound, you know? It'll be fine.
I'm getting a bad feeling that somebody's going to drink this.
I don't know.
Silverado, after some time of sitting there, as you look back to the cavern, you notice that the marrow is gone. You don't see its monstrous figure looming there in the dark any longer.
I was waiting for that.
Nah, we're not getting to it. I won't let it. How long has it been since the others went to sleep?
It's been about... Eric, did you ever go to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. About 6-7 hours have passed.
I'll wait until they all get their full rest and then wake them that the thing's gone and we could probably move ahead.
Okay. Well, as you are continuing your watch, several minutes later, you see from upstream a dark figure approaching beneath the water. It looks like the marrow that had left several minutes prior, coming again from upstream, and it continues on its way. It doesn't seem to look at you as it passes. And there is, again, the large gaggle flock school of these twisted merfolk that come swimming after it. They look warily to where you are, Silverado, and some of them take interest.
I give a nod. I raise my bottle in acknowledgement.
The group passes.
Just sitting here on my porch underground, watching the passerbys.
And as you sit there, every several
is
minutes...
he able to...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, can Silverado get a sense of? Can he tell how deep, if the water's deep, or
If it's deep enough,
what
it's deep enough to keep that giant monster submerged in the water and have a murky figure to it. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, we're looking at a river that's about 40 feet wide and between 20 to 40 feet deep.
Sure, yeah, 40 feet wide's enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So Silverado, this almost seems to become a routine that continues to happen. With this large, monstrous fish creature swimming down the river, looking about, perhaps making its rounds, and then the large group of these twisted merfolk following in its wake, just scouring the rocky shores in the depths of the river.
if any of them ever look at me, I just nod, and if the big one looks at me, I salute it. But otherwise, I don't do anything. If they're not aggressive to me, I'm not aggressive to them.
They haven't shown any aggression. Yeah, and everybody can start to wake up and whatnot, and yeah.
Did Rollo ever recover my demon blood?
Rollo hasn't come back yet with that.
Yes. Rollo is dead. Rollo drank the blood and is deceased.
I hope Rollo didn't drink the blood.
I don't know. It's your decision.
I think that'll be a good place to end the session for tonight.
Oh, shoot.
And we'll see about trying to get past these fish monsters next week when the story continues. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on the Heroes Era.
Oh, nice.